So there I was, driving home from training a Dale Carnegie class, when I realized I needed to pull off the highway and record this message. And I was having a phone call just a moment before with one of the participants from a class that I'm training in the city of Greensburg, where there is an HR director participating. And we were having a coaching call, and she was getting some input on her talk that she's going to be giving this week in class. And at the end of class, she said, I'm thinking about this person's name, and she mentioned it, and she said, he's a really great guy. He's young, but he's got a lot of potential, and I'm going to talk to the other guys that are in the class and see if they can offer him a job, because he just graduated college and he doesn't have a job right now. So a few moments later, I pulled off the highway to look at my email because there's another situation that I'm managing right now, and I saw that there was an email from another participant that's in the same class, and he was forwarding an email to me of a job opportunity for yet a different participant in the class. And he used her name remembering technique. So in Dale Carnegie, we teach a process for remembering people's names, and so he used that to describe her. And her name's Hannah, and he called her Hannah Boa, which makes sense in the class, and then said, could you forward this to Hannah? And I went ahead and forwarded it, and I can just imagine how excited she's going to be that this other participant thought of her, wanted to help support her in her career and this job opportunity, and all of this I'm experiencing while I'm driving home from having taught a Dale Carnegie course. It was session 2 over in the city of Altoona, which is about 2 hours from where I live in Pittsburgh. And those participants today delivered what we call a defining moment talk, where they talk about a time in their life where something significant happened. It might be something positive, it might be something negative, but it taught them something, it changed who they are. And because they've earned the right to talk about it, it's their experience, they talk about it, and then at the very end of the story they say, and what this says about me is, and they fill in the blank with an adjective. What does this say about them? My car accident story is an example that I'll share, and then getting better, my healing process, I share, and then I say at the end of it, so what this says about me is that I'm resilient. So everyone in the class delivered those today, and people were vulnerable. They talked about someone had experienced death, the death of 4 babies and then their wife, and that they now are a more caring person. And another person talked like there were just so many stories, I can't even tell them all. But at the end of it, of hearing these stories, people saw that they were more connected and felt more connected to each other, and they had the aha that when people are appropriately vulnerable at work, that they build rapport, and that might actually have an effect on what they do at the office tomorrow. And so it was so exciting to see that even though one of the people, even though it was session 2, it was his first time in class, he was the one that shared the story about having experienced so much loss, and he was the top vote getter by his peers for having a breakthrough and really demonstrating basically bravery and doing something different and being flexible, and what a great thing. So all of these experiences are happening because I am part of the Dale Carnegie world. So if you ever wonder why I am excited and honored and oftentimes in awe of being a part of the Dale Carnegie experience, this is why. These stories are why. People's lives are changed. They help each other. They collaborate. They see how they can be better leaders. I challenge myself to do the very same assignments that people are given. And so my life is changing. I'm having breakthroughs. And so take a Dale Carnegie course, experience it, you could see how your life can be changed too.